What's up, peeps? Mike Vapes here. Today we're going to take a look at the Steam Crave Glaz RDA. The Steam Crave Glaz RTA. Hold on a second. I'm getting deja vu. Steve, did I already do this?
What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself, from VapingWithThesis. Right, God bless it. Now, look, bitches, today we've got that Glaz RDSA. Is it RDSA or RSD? Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't get, no, check this out. Bam, that's about as far as we're gonna get. I can't say this shit correctly. Stay Crave. Oh, you motherfucker. Ugh. Steam Crave Glaz RSDA version points. Fuck the small talk. Let's go and get up close and personal with this thing. Welcome to Up Close and Personal with your boy Thesis. Now today we've got that Steam Crave Glaz RDSA right here. Gorgeousness. Go and take a look at the box. Now this is the first time you're viewing the channel. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time to watch. With that said, when it comes to anything like an RDA or an RTA, everything that I'm going to say is extremely subjective. It's just my experience that I'm reporting on. It's not something that you can consider a blanket term. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Open the box. You've got two of these Trinity style glass top caps. It really genuinely resembles the look of like an Edison bulb, where you can actually see the winds on the inside, the canthal or the filament on the inside of a light bulb. It is an absolute gorgeous piece of gear to actually look at, just like the Steam Crave Glaz RDTA right here. Excuse me, RTA. The thing is once you put that cotton in, it kind of it disrupts that look. We'll go ahead and talk about that in a sec. Now inside of the box, you get two of those top caps. You get the deck right here and an extra AFC, your airflow control ring. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Bam! Stainless steel version. And these openings right here are rocking, let's see, swagger lumps. Millimeter wise, we're looking at 8.3 millimeters long, and we're looking at just a couple millimeters wide. Yeah, 2.4 millimeters in width. Huge amount of airflow that you're gonna get from either side of this RDA. We'll go ahead and grab this and break it down and build her up. There is no difference between these two glass pieces. The top caps on either one, they're basically identical except for, again, they are glass. Therefore, they're gonna vary a little bit. You can kind of see how this one bows out at the top, where this one is a little bit less of a bow and it kind of curves in and then up. You can see the inconsistency there. This one is actually kind of sideways off to the top a little bit. You can see where they cut it. Schwecker lumps. Come on now, just like that. And we've got ourselves a goodie bag, another drip tip. These are kind of afterthoughts, by the way. These are silicone drip tips, and you will need the silicone drip tip if and you plan on using this glass piece all by itself. Say if you leave the house, you go to a vape shop, you go to a comp, you go to a vape meet, anything along those lines, you pop this bitch on there because it is gonna overheat, period, end of sentence. It kind of ruins the look of the glass. It literally makes the glass pointless and useless to me, just because I want to be able to look at the entire thing in its entirety. I want to see through it. I want to see those coils. I want to see the build that's in there. Giant amount of shit inside this goodie bag. Now, I am one who appreciates extras, but here's the cool thing with this bad boy is that it is a series deck. In other words, it takes a dual coil setup. Say if you have 0.2 and you put two coils on any given deck, it's going to go down to 0.1. With this, it does literally the opposite. Once you put this post on, it makes it into a series build. In other words, it takes a 0.1 ohm coil. You have two of them, it makes it to a 0.2 ohm coil. It doubles it essentially. Now in terms of coils, today we're going to be using my Ninja Kitty Rays coils. This is actually some of my last of them. Oh shit, I'm going to fuck the leg up on that one. We'll find out once we read the resistance. And he did a phenomenal job on these fuse Claptons. Let's go and pop these off. Yeah, so you can see I fucked that leg up pretty bad. I don't want that resistance fluctuating, especially on something like this. Alright, luckily we got a couple of more sets of coils left. Pop these legs off. Swagger lumps. Now this, looking at it, I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like it's about a 4.5 millimeter deep juice well. Man, I remember back in the day using toenail clippers, and toenail clippers did the job perfectly. With this specific gauge of canthal, it's just not possible. Now once those are placed into the posts, I'm gonna go ahead and take my coiler tool, pop her in right there. This is gonna be on the 3 millimeter diameter setting. Looks gorgeous. Let's go ahead and take a couple of dry fires. What do we come out to? 0.11 ohms. Now with these coils in particular, I'm going to try to get them as close as I can to that airflow hole opening on either side. I want to make sure it's making almost direct contact with the airflow. There's going to be a nice big gap in between, just like that. No hot spots. Beautiful. Now I'm going to show you guys what I meant when I said this Thomas Edison looking like fucking light bulb. Oh, that is just beautiful to me. Couldn't even tell you why. That is just absolute sexy in an RDA. Now we're going to let those coils cool down for a second, and I'm going to grab some cotton. Now today I'm going to be using Legacy Cotton Premium Blend. This is not a sponsor of the channel, just showing you guys what I'm using specifically. This cotton is pretty fluffy, although I've had a little bit better here and there. Kind of depends, honestly, on which batch. I've had cotton bacon that's perfect. I've also had cotton bacon that's not quite as fluffy as I want it to be. Sometimes it's a little bit more compact, even just from shipping. Go ahead and grab my skizzers. Okay, some other liquors. Now, the liquid I was going to use today was Grindhouse, except for this is my last bottle, and I promise it to somebody else. But if you like coffee, this is going to be the one you're going to want to try. Grindhouse Americano. They're not a sponsor of the channel, neither is Trapped, but these are both amazing ass liquids, man. If you get your hands on the Grindhouse and this Trapped, the strawberry custard in particular, ooh, you will be thanking me later, son. So let's go and grab this Trapped. This is strawberry custard. This is going to be a little bit darker because it is steeped. Oh, beautiful. Oh, sex on the beach. Look at that. Looks like waterfalls in slow motion or still. Let's go ahead and make sure she's nice and padded. Go ahead and let these guys share that middle section and touch cottons. Gross. Just like this, same thing. I want to make sure that these two cotton strands are both just barely touching right there at the base. Now that's just all that's doing is basically sharing liquid with one another. So if one tends to get a little hotter than the other, you have a little bit of liquid transfer. Now here is the downside with this device, in my opinion. I am a little bit OCD when it comes to my shit being clear like this. Like the glass on my truck is always clean. I cannot stand when I get any type of condensation, drippage, or e-liquid drops on the side of my tanks. I just don't like to see that shit. That is going to be a problem if you're like me. Here's where Steam Crave kind of comes through with that. They do have this stainless steel setup. This is a decent top cap, but it still feels like an afterthought to me. It feels like they actually did better designing the deck. Even this bottom piece down here feels like an afterthought. I wish that there was some way to change the color of the interior because this black really doesn't match unless you're using this stainless steel top cap. And even then, it sort of matches, but not really. You feel me? It's black on top, stainless steel in the middle, and then black on the bottom. Not a huge fan. Fuck, I just made my cotton come out. Then we'll go ahead and pop this glass back on. We're gonna take our first puff, mother lickers. Wide open on either side. Oh my God. Again, wide open, one more hit. Check this shit out. Bitches! Pillowies of the cloudage. This is definitely something you're going to want to pick up, specifically if you're into clouds. Decent flavor. It's not perfect flavor, especially because when you have something wide open like this on wattage that's only 75 watts for 0.13 ohms, the flavor is not going to be perfect, but the flavor is definitely there. I would say a solid 7 out of 10 in terms of flavor. I just want to kind of point a couple things out. The fitment to me is everything. This falls off. Look at that. It's a hot dog in a fucking hallway. This type of shit is unusable to me. I would never take this RDA out of the studio because of the fitment of the top cap alone. With the stainless steel portion, that's a little bit better because it does have these locking mechanisms. Let's see, where is it? That keep it in place. There it is, right there. Oh fuck, that is just glorious. Hawkeye's mother lickers. Let's go and take it back to regular view and see what we think. My final summation is this. The Glaz RDSA by Steam Crave is an okay setup. Here's the deal. It's more of a novelty for me than anything else. I would never take a completely Glaz RDA out of the studio. I'm gonna break it. That's just the fact of the matter. Is that a con? Not necessarily. They do give you that stainless steel top cap, but I still feel like the top cap, the stainless steel version, is more of a afterthought than it really is a piece of engineering. The biggest problem I've had with this device is using it because of the fitment of the glass. This RDA kind of reminds me of a muscle car in a lot of ways. In the same way that an old school muscle car is not as good to drive as it is to look at. This thing is beautiful to look at when it's dried, clean, and sitting on your shelf. I love the aesthetics of it. I like the way that it feels. That said, it does not perform in the same manner that it looks. If you go to take a hard left in a Mustang, your ass is gonna end up in a ditch. Same shit with this. You go to actually use it on a regular basis. If you accidentally just merely drop it a couple of inches, the top cap is off. That is not something I feel like dealing with on a regular basis. The way that you drip is not very convenient when you have it directly in the middle. There really isn't anywhere for that liquid to go when it drops right in the middle. For me, it's something where you have to actually take your bottle, set it up to the side, and you let that liquid leak down. Basically holding it sideways like this, let the liquid kind of soak down to the side. Same thing just right here. That's kind of a pain in the ass. When I'm actually dripping, I don't want to think about it. I just want to put it right in the middle, let it go to the coils, and vape. Now, in terms of performance, the best quality about this device is that series post as well as the flavor. Look, there's so many different opinions on what creates flavor on an RDA, RTA, and a sub-ohm tank and whatnot. For me, I really don't care which route you take to giving me flavor as long as the end result is flavor. And this RDSA does that perfectly. The flavor is excellent. It's not perfect. It's around a 7.5 to an 8, but the overall user experience, in my opinion, is around a 6 to a 7 at the most. And for me to actually drip, I want to be up in that 8, 8.5 range. With that said, Ninja Kitties, if a Glaz RDA is what you're looking for, this is where it's at. Bitch, it's okay, smell the truckers. Now, with that being said, I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all for vaping with Thesis. It is your boy Thesis. I'm out. Steam Crave Glaz Artist, Steam Crave Glaz Artist, fucking shit. Stay Crave, oh you motherfucker. Steam Crave Glaz, Steam Crave Glaz RDSA version points. Fucking mark this fucking RDA. Steam Crave Glaz RDSA version 1.1. Steam Crave Glaz RDSA version 1.1. Form versus function? About to find out. That doesn't even make sense. Steam Crave Glaz RDSA. Steam Crave Glaz RDSA versus Thomas Edison? Fuck it, that'll work.